Thank you for watching Weekend Prime and welcome back. Now, in mature economies like Singapore, cabinet secretaries are rarely in political combat. Here in Kenya, cabinet secretaries including John Mbadi, Ali Hassan Joho and Geoffrey Ruku increasingly appear in partisan spaces, raising concerns about neutrality and governance. The constitution is clear on separating politics from administration. As the cost of living rises and jobs remain scarce, Kenyans are demanding policy solutions, not political theatrics. Is accountability taking a back seat?
I bet you don't know. Do you know any from Belgium? You don't know. Let's be honest with ourselves here. In serious economies, cabinet ministers are often invisible or almost invisible. You don't know their names because they are not on podiums every weekend. They are in boardrooms, they are in policy meetings, they are working. In Kenya, our ministers are everywhere except where we need them most.
I defended my party kwa damu, kwa nguvu, kwa hali, kwa mali, kama ni noma noma, kama ni mbaya mbaya.
Ile fumbi mutapata 2027, they will be shocked.
They are on television, at rallies, on social media, exchanging politics, trading political punches, and that should worry us as a nation. The National Treasury is not a community hall. It is not a political command center. When the Treasury sees John Mbadi host meetings framed along communal lines inside a state office, optics matter.
And by the way, I am now the senior-most member of our community in the government of the Republic of Kenya.
Public institutions must look and function like national spaces, not political or ethnic spaces. Meanwhile, cabinet secretaries like Ali Hassan Joho and Opiyo Wandayi are visibly active in politics, in partisan gatherings, speaking with the fire of party loyalists, ODM.
Mukinifukuza nitawafukuza. Mukinikujia nitawakujia. Kikiharibika kiharibike. Mimi naunga ile uamuzi wa chama cha ODM ya kufanya kazi pamoja na chama cha UDA.
The public service sees Geoffrey Ruku often sounds more like a political spokesperson defending Deputy President Kithure Kindiki and attacking opposition figures like Rigathi Geoffrey Gachagua than the custodian of reforms in the public administration.
Tunajua ya kwamba kiti ya naibu wa rais haiko wazi. Kiti ya naibu wa rais, it is not vacant.
This is not about personalities. It is about principle. The Constitution of Kenya of 2010 was deliberate.
We'll now wave it to all of us as the fanfare is being played.
Article 77(2) prohibits state officers from holding party positions. Cabinet secretaries are state officers. The intention was clear: separate politics from administration. Protect public offices from partisan capture. There is a reason MPs cannot simultaneously serve as ministers, like before the 2010 Constitution. The drafters of the Constitution understood something critical. Listen to me. Governance suffers when politics invades every office. That is what we are facing now as a country. But if appointments are driven by loyalty rather than competence, then loyalty becomes the daily currency. In Swahili they say, kichwa cha samaki kikioza, basi samaki mzima imeoza. Applause replaces accountability in this situation. And when leadership prioritizes praise over performance, decay begins at the top. We have seen a different era before. Under President Mwai Emilio Kibaki, ministers such as David Miraria.
We are presently as a government trying to operate under a stable macroeconomic environment.
George Saitoti.
We have not relented in the provision of free primary education. It is the government that will provide textbooks, learning materials, and many other things.
And Sam Ongeri.
To emphasize that education remains the most important tool for the empowerment of the poor.
They were known for policy direction, economic recovery strategies, education reforms, expansion of access to schooling. That's when we had the free secondary and primary education. They were not in endless political combat. Today, the Kenyan on the street is asking different questions. Number one, Why is the cost of living still rising? But Mbadi is singing ODM and talking to us as if he is the Luo kingpin, for that matter. Why are taxes increasing? Why are jobs scarce? Why is education funding uncertain? Those questions require economic answers, not political counterattacks. No country has ever argued its way into prosperity. No economy has ever been built on constant campaign mode. If Kenya truly wants to benchmark itself against Singapore, as we have always sung that we are going to Singapore, then discipline must replace drama. Policy must replace posturing. Public office must regain its neutrality. Otherwise, Singapore will remain a slogan repeated at rallies, trending online, where real governance takes backseat. Kenyans do not need ministers who dominate political headlines. They need ministers who deliver measurable progress. That is the uncomfortable truth, and that is face the facts. My name is Haman Kamariki.